Treasure Island is Disney's 1950 adaptation of the classic Robert Louis Stevenson's novel, and their first ever movie to be completely live action. No animated sequences, no animated characters mixed in with live action. And it's a good movie. It's a good adaptation of the novel, but it's not a completely accurate version of the novel. A lot of the good stuff parts are taken out. A lot of the more violent action scenes are taken out because, of course, it's marketed towards kids. But even the book was marketed towards kids, but it had a lot of violence in it. Uh, this did have some good action scenes in it, some good shootouts, gunfights, swashbuckling, sword play. So yeah, enough action to make a big action movie buff like me happy. And when I was a kid, when I bought the VHS, it made me happy because I loved pirate movies, and this is one of my favorites. I love Bobby Driscoll's performance as Jim Hawkins. Bobby Driscoll was the kid who would later voice Peter Pan in the 19 in the Disney adaptation of Peter Pan, and he does a good job for not voice playing Jim Hawkins in this movie. Looks like he's like 8 or 9 years old. I forgot that's how old Jim was in the book. But anyway, and the and Robert Newton does a good job as Long John Silver. If I can say the words right, he makes a pretty interesting villain. Even though he's a bad guy, he does have a genuine friendship with Jim Hawkins, and Jim Hawkins looks to him as a father figure before he finds out he's secretly a pirate planning a mutiny. But he's a he is nice to Jim Hawkins, even when they turn against when they're fighting against each other. He does save Jim's life and helps the good guys win. But yeah, and it has a happy ending. Like it ends with like Silver, him escaping, and Jim he helps him because he cares about him too much to let him hang for after he's arrested for mutiny. And of course, they do find the treasure, and everybody lives happily ever after, except for the bad guys who are arrested. But Silver escapes with some of the treasure. Jim and his friends keep the rest of the treasure. They all live happily ever after. The performances in this movie are great. The people who play Captain Smollett, Dr. Livesey, Squire Trelawney, the mutineers, George Mary, and others. The entire cast is great. I love Robert Newton as Long John Silver. I mean, they say that his performance it started the whole pop culture stereotypes of pirates, like the pirates and the ahoy, you matey, your pirate accent, and the shit. Like he did his he did an imitation of an accent from his part of England that he was from. He exaggerated a bit to do the pirate accent, and that's why in a lot of movies about pirates and sailors, yeah, I hear sea folks talk like this, me. And the way they do the effects of like pulling off like he has one leg when the actor didn't. I don't know how they did that, but they made it look pretty real that he only had one leg. And and the guy who plays Ben Gunn is pretty funny. And I mean, when I bought this movie as when I was little, I don't own it anymore. But when I bought the video when I was little, I'd already seen Muppet Treasure Island, and when Ben Gunn showed up, I'm like, wait. In Muppet Treasure Island, Ben Gunn was called Benjamina Gunn, and she was a girl played by Miss Piggy, a Miss Piggy puppet. Well, why is Ben Gunn a guy in this? But I didn't know Ben Gunn was originally a guy because I hadn't read the book then. But Ben, the guy who played Gunn, he's pretty funny in the role. Good comic relief. And I like the showdown fight on the ship at night between Jim and Israel Hands, where Jim has to like blows his brains out. It's like, oh, you see a little blood, like not something you'd see in a Disney movie, but I think it was nighttime and it was a bit hard to see the wound. You could get away with it. Excuse me. This is a good movie. I give it 2 thumbs up. Or that's my review. If you like it, please hit the like button. Subscribe for more. Thank you. God bless you.